All right, so today I'm shooting a mystery role. It's a mystery because I absolutely hate this role and I don't want to show it on camera to you until the end. Do not support this role. And also because I have a feeling that you might be able to guess what it is. So, yeah, this is the role. It's probably the worst type or role of expired film I've ever shot. I shot with it when I first started shooting film and the results were absolutely terrible. But I'm going to be shooting it again today and I'll let you try to guess what it is. A few hints are I'm shooting this film because I'm in Seattle and this film company went bankrupt or out of business because their film was so bad. Just kidding. Probably wasn't because their film was bad. It was probably just because of the popularity of digital. But anyway, their film sucks. I'm still going to shoot it because we're in Seattle today. And the camera, it's the Nikon Nicormat EL. I'm taking this one because I'm going to be shooting with my friends. So I wanted the A mode just for some quick automatic metering by the camera. And then also this one's built like a little mini tank, so should have no problem in the rain.
And I really got to put this camera to the test because it pretty much rained on us the entire first day. So the first thing we really did was went to the Museum of Pop Culture just to be inside and out of the rain. And the film really shined inside. I mean, the low light capabilities were incredible. There was so much shadow detail. Really impressed there. I'm joking, by the way. It was really not good at all. And I actually had to do a ton of color correction to save these. But anyway, the museum was super cool. I did bring my Coolpix with me, so there are some little BTS Coolpix photos mixed in here just because I wanted to take some photos, but really couldn't do it with this film and Nicormat combo. I mean, the lens was only an f2, so. I was bummed though because I had this awesome exhibit for the Contact High, that photo book, which was super cool, but really couldn't capture anything in there. And so then eventually it kind of let up on us, stopped raining a ton, and we walked around some more trying to get to the Starbucks Reserve. So it was a lot of walking to get there, but got some nice shots. The film looked a lot better outside. You can still tell that the shadow detail's kind of gone, and interestingly, the reds and greens were super vibrant, not really realistic, but kind of enjoyed that quirk from the film. Inside the Starbucks Reserve, it was another chance for the film to really show us what it's got inside, and did not let down. This picture is top notch. You can really tell what's going on in that scene. But a little while later, it finally stopped raining, so I'm taking the bus over to a neighborhood there just to go a little photo walk, get some pictures in outside of the rain. There were a ton of these little pink leaves, so I was really trying to capture a nice shot of those petals on a car. Didn't really do too well with the expired film, but it's still a nice walk.
The other thing is this roll only has 20 shots, so I'll be done with it in like no time. So it is really feeling just like a little throwaway roll, but I don't know, fun to shoot, and maybe the results will turn out and I'll have to eat all of what I just said. We'll see.
So then the next day I met up with the homie Doug, who lives in Seattle. He took me on a little photo walk around the neighborhood where my Airbnb was. It was super fun, and I wasn't joking about cranking through this film. I mean, I finished the roll that morning, honestly. There were so many cool, like, vintage cars, lots of greenery. It's really just cliche, but also a film photographer's paradise, and yeah, I was cranking through it. You can see in these shots that the shadows are still super dark and the colors are really punchy for some reason. Kind of a look, I guess you could say. Not my favorite, but images did come out, which I'm always happy when that happens with expired film. And this is Doug's cute portrait. It looks really good, except I totally misfocused. So now it's time for the big reveal. If you did guess what film I was using, then congratulations. If you didn't, then no worries really, because you're probably better off not knowing what this film is. But anyway, the film that I was using is Seattle Filmworks 400. You can probably see why I wanted to use this film in Seattle. This particular roll expired in 2001. Basically, what Seattle Filmworks was is they were kind of like a early CineStill type company. They respooled cinema film, and then you could shoot it through a 35mm camera, and then you would send it back to them. They would process it and scan it and send you the results, which was probably all great when the company was still in business, but they went bankrupt sometime in the early 2000s, which is a total pain because on their film, all of their film uses a special in-house process, which is SFW-XL. I have no idea what that means, and I think it can be both ECN2 or C41. I was doing some research, and it turns out that some of the earlier rolls that Seattle Filmworks made, they left the remjet layer on, which is the anti-halation layer that's on cinema film. CineStill takes it off, so that's why their film has those bright halations. But some of the rolls from Seattle Filmworks had that layer on, and then some of them, like this one, had the layer removed. So for this one, I could take it to a C41 lab, and they processed it for me, and then I was able to scan it at home. Super simple. But that first roll, the one that I showed you at the beginning of the video, I shot it not knowing really anything about Seattle Filmworks or film in general. Honestly, it was maybe like the third or fourth roll that I had ever shot. So I shot it and took it to the lab that I live by, and they told me they couldn't develop it because of the remjet layer. So I had to figure out what lab could develop Seattle Filmworks film, had to send it off. It was way more money than it should have been, and those results sucked. So that's why I kind of have a sour taste for Seattle Filmworks film. And my opinion is I just don't even think you should bother with it, because sometimes you will get unlucky and you'll have a roll with a remjet layer. Sometimes you might get lucky and you'll have one that can be developed in C41. But either way, the 3 times that I've shot it, the results were 100% not worth the hassle. So yeah, don't recommend this film at all. I still think it's one of the worst expired rolls out there. The results from Seattle, they did surprise me. They were a little bit better than I anticipated. I thought that everything would be fogged and totally unusable. So I am happy that I got results, but still really don't like this film. Don't think anybody should shoot it. If you do like Seattle Filmworks film, then I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just my take on it. I don't think it's worth it, but for this video, I thought it would be fun to shoot it because I was going to Seattle, and that was the goal. Kind of an L on the photos, but I really wasn't too worried about those turning out. So yeah, that was the video. I know I bashed on Seattle Filmworks a ton, but it was still very fun to go shoot in Seattle. So thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you on the next video.